Check. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Red tie, red pocket square, red shirt. It's a red day, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's break it down. But we said last night, if you watched the update last night when I went live for the weekly candle close, that the daily looked very overbought, above the the 21-day moving average. Likely we're going to get some type of pullback. It depends on kind of what the daily does today. We're going to look at how the daily candle closes. 67.5 is a battle. I do see a level there at 66,800. Hey, we already called a short in the trading group. I woke up this morning and there you go. False move Monday, but the move went exactly as planned. We're going to talk about what you would have seen if you were in the trading group and why that $3 a day would have had you at a perfect call when I woke up this morning. So I wake up this morning at about 7 in the morning, 6:45. I went to bed at about 2 a.m. So I was in the group, man. You'd be like, when does this guy sleep? His last post was 2. His next post was at 7 in the morning. I did take a shot at a little bit. There's a chance last night the 1 minute took a bit of a move here. So we took the original call on the 4-hour. We nailed it. I sold basically the top. I sold 69,361. That was basically the local top. But then last night we got very tight, and because we didn't break this higher low, there was a chance this was going to rip. I got in. We were up 50, 60 bucks, and then it hit me off for about 100 bucks, but it's all good. You don't want to risk more than you gain that day on the add-on, right? At the same time, I knew it was a very high risk on the 1 minute, and it was likely we were going further to the downside. I'm going to talk about that, and we're going to show you kind of what I broke down after a message from your sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. A message from the lemon water. Let's have a sip of the lemon water. I just worked out very, very hard. Monday is my hardest workout. It's level 6. Just type in level 6 exercise. Probably the first thing that will come up on YouTube. Jordan Yao, and it's an amazing workout. And I do it every single Monday, and it whoops me. So if that's something you're into, work out with me every Monday and do my workout with me. So on the show, just in case you didn't know, we always sip the lemon water. All right, we always. BOOKMAP. Link in the description below, showing us where liquidity is. It suggests that we go further to the downside. All that liquidity is down there at 66,800 for Bitcoin. There's really nothing anywhere. A little bit there at 70K, but that's kind of leftover sauce. And it is a Monday, but it suggests if we go anywhere, we go further to the downside. Lately, we've been putting BOOKMAP up here. If I can find the middle point here for you. And I think I'm going to find a better way to do it. It's a little, but there you go. And there you can see the price of Bitcoin throughout the show there whenever you kind of want to. I can move it over a little bit there too. And that should be the price of BTC. All right, on like a 1 second basis too, coming at you pretty fast. So, in my humble opinion, supply shock coming to Bitcoin, the lowest amount of Bitcoin on the exchanges ever. You want to be zooming out and really paying attention to the bigger picture here, not get too emotional. All right, by the ups and downs. There's some hot coins right now. LWOLF still in a flag after breaking out and hitting this key area on my alert. My alert's hitting right there. You can see LWOLF. The bot just entered a long for some reason. It sees something bullish. The bot entered a long, So LWOLF in the flag wants to break out. Possible 38% out of the flag, and then continuing from the initial call that's up from when we originally got into LWOLF. It's up right now 43%, and it did hold a gain of almost 70. So if you took the call in the trading group, this was given in the trading group, sideways price action. It looked absolutely beautiful. We stayed on it, and we did get the breakout on LWOLF. All right, one of the memes there with Brett and all that fun stuff. Andy, right? Matt Fury, if I'm correct. I don't know a lot about that stuff. All right, I just kind of read up on it from the outside and speculatively invest. But bang, bang. BOBO looking similar, getting very tight. These are memes. That thing bounces. And again, I don't even have to be that risky and hit here. It could bounce and get low and then double bottom. But say it comes up, gets tight. I would get in right here after it makes the higher low. Boom. Take that puppy for 100% gains, possibly on a swing trade or even for a long-term hold throughout the bull run. You never know. But I like BOBO here on a swing trade. I didn't enter it yet, but I'm watching it. I'm just giving you guys something just to be nice, And again, I don't own any. It doesn't matter to me what happens. And I do have Ponky. I'm owner of Ponky. I have Ponky on my portfolio. This thing Looks like it could moon. It's very, very tight. But if it loses this key channel, it will kind of Bart Simpson its way to the downside. And Bitcoin's looking a little bearish. So let's take a look at Bitcoin, and we're going to break it down for you. But those are some hot altcoins. See, other channels, what they would do is they would make a whole video. 5 altcoins you got to see. 4 altcoins, right? They would sit there, they would go over it all, blah, 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 blah. And what I just gave you, they would take 5, they'd get 20,000 views because it would be clickbait with a nice thumbnail. They'd put some keyboards. And I guess I should do that and extrapolate the data, but this live stream just gives it to you packed. It's everything you need. All right, and more, in my humble opinion. Okay. Let me just adjust this so it looks correct. There we go. All right, so now what I want to do is, we don't need this, and we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Last night, shout out to everybody that was with me for the weekly candle close. One thing I did not disclose was we did not go over the Forex Factory, which it does have unemployment on Thursday. And we'll go over this together, but I do see unemployment Thursday, 8:30. Unemployment claims. That's going to rock the boat, and that's definitely going to move the market. I don't see anything else crazy. Wednesday, something, usually Wednesday at 8:30 when we have that. Let's just see. No, tentative. No, press conference. Some FOM members speak, but it's usually not a big deal. IMF meetings, Yeah, so nothing crazy, but Thursday, 8:30. I would write that down. Thursday, 8:30 in the morning. You might not want to get caught inside of a huge levy trade. If you're not sure what's going on, you could get rocked and wrecked if you don't pay attention. Thursday at 8:30, unemployment claims. Write that down. Please get ready for the week ahead. Don't act like that doesn't matter. All right, it's important. Okay. So we had a beautiful weekly close. We broke out. What does this mean for Bitcoin? Well, it's great. All I wanted last week, we were down in here in the dumps. All I needed was a close above 67.2. We didn't even need to go as high as we went. We didn't. We just needed baby steps, really. We actually went above and beyond to 67,200. All right. Now, let me move that right kind of into position. So 67.2, where these two candles, and remember, this was a key area before on the daily and 3-day and stuff like that. We bounced here on the weekly. Already, look at how fast you could turn bear, But I mean, when you get extra position, so like we pushed up so fast, then you can have a red candle. But look, red we push down, 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 even slightly. So what this suggests to me is, we're likely going to come back 65.5, right? There's definitely a good chance we hit 65.6 here, and we bounce. The thing about me is, whenever I'm away from a 21-day moving average, I know we have to come back to it. And I've been saying that here, and here, but I was like, okay, let the smaller time frames rip. Then we got, and then that's why I was very sketchy to play the long that we did. But then when I saw the 4 hour, I said, you know what, everyone? I said, everyone, it could go either way. I said, I'm sitting here with my stop loss to break even. And we ended up winning. I didn't know what was going to happen when I won the trade this weekend. And we all made those gains. And all coins popped with them too. I had no idea. All I knew was what the highest probability was, and I took it, right? I never claimed to know exactly what's going to happen to price action. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. This morning, however, let's take a look. So this morning I did an update. I got to finish off everything that I go over in the group. Why not? So this morning, and this is the type of stuff you get inside the group. So this morning I did a Bitcoin update at 7:39 in the morning, and it explained that I saw more downside than upside, and then I even drew a bear flag and said, I'm looking at this flag. And then about an hour later, I said, this is the bear flag I began drawing on the update. It's a little late entry for now for me, but I see downside. It had already broken out, but then I saw it dropping down to at least 67.6 and more. All right. And lo and behold, about 40 minutes later, this thing had come right to the target and hit for gains. Never hit the stop loss. At that point, you can move the stop loss to break even or take the gain. And it's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, exactly what I teach. So that's a bear flag to the downside, hitting the target. And, I gave it here. Had you entered right there, a little late, entered there, even might have been not 3-to-1 at that point, but could have brought the stop loss even a little lower, depending. But the point is, we made the call where the price action was likely going to go, and we were 100% accurate with that move to the downside. And that's what you pay $3 a day for. Like, already your day is, you woke up this morning and you would have been knowing where Bitcoin was going. And we would have been pretty spot on for you and giving you a trade. So you could have got paid for the day, walked away, and been done, and not had to do anything but just be in the trading group and learn. So we lose this key level here, and if you want to join the trading group, you're like, you know what, that's enticing. I like the way you just sold that. You're a marketeer. go right here to cryptolifer.com and click the link. It'll take you to my website, cryptolifer.com, where you can subscribe to the, it's so weird, but you can join the trading group. Join today. All right, basic, quarterly, or annually. Annually also will save you the most. All right. If you want to jump in, we are going to give a, Cyber Monday, Black Friday sale. So if you want to get in now, we will be doing, because I teach a class this Saturday, the last Saturday of every month. I teach class. Keeps coming up. I feel like I just taught it. But jump into this class. We will knock off $50 off the class if you jump into the trading group, basically before Black Friday, all that, because it's coming up pretty soon. So if you get in anytime before Black Friday, we knock $50 off this class. That's a huge savings, 30% off the class. And we also never do that. The class is almost like, to me, basically giving away information at this point. So, okay. Thank you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So if you got rocked and wrecked this morning, you wouldn't have had you been in the trading group, because you would have been seeing that there was a bear flag, and it's all documented. You can see the timestamp. All right, you can watch that update if you want. You can join the trading group today and just find out if I was telling the truth. Then if you like that, say you got wrecked today and you're like, you know what? I got wrecked, man. And say, man, what if I was in the trading group, but I got wrecked, and then you just joined for 99, and then they're like, man, I wouldn't have. And then as the day goes on, I don't think you'd ever leave after that, right? 3-day also a little far away from the 21, and it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight days on the 3-day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's a lot of green straight on the 3-day chart. And then the daily's away from the 21-day moving average. Not too far, but enough, right? And so there's a couple scenarios. There's one that we might even do this. We might make the ascending triangle. We could easily bounce here. So it's not all bearish. I want to show you. We could easily just do something like this. Go sideways, pull the 21, and then we're gone, baby, gone, right? That'd be a little more bullish, or we're going to go further down. Either one, I call this the Twisted Sister. It's basically quantum theory. We position it both ways. If price action fills to the right, okay. If price action fills to the downside, so be it. And we take it as such. All right, resistance there at 69,260 for Bitcoin. And that's that, a key level there too that we hit right here. So you want to see we wicked right there, had some chunkiness, but man, we are so close to the all-time high. We are flirting with the furious movements of Bitcoin here that could happen any day now. So what I see happening is a slight pullback that will also close bearish engulfing in 9 hours and 34 minutes. Always right click this, hit countdown to bar close. This will show you on every time frame when the bar closes. Okay. Funny, right? Yeah. I gotta rip that off there. Oh, also get yourself a Crypto Lifer mug today and shine, man. Maybe you want people to know at your office you're a Crypto Lifer. Maybe you want to be on the train in New York City and just sip, let everybody know. Maybe I don't know what you want to do, but hey, Crypto Lifer, get your mug today, man. What a beautiful mug, right? Look at that thing blasted off into the moon. Get your Crypto Lifer mug today. In the link, we have merchandise for you. So I see a pullback for Bitcoin, and you've been in the trading group. You would have had a pullback. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour also looked like it was attempting to roll over. How? Why? Well, we talked about it last night. There was a bearish divergence. RSI swinging down, price action swinging up, right? This is a rising wedge. They break down 68% of the time. Yes, I did attempt to trade the 1 minute just in case there was a chance it broke out. It looked somewhat bullish for a half a minute, and the trade actually went green for a little bit. All right. And that's what I do. I'm just overly biased. I'll take, because you know what? Every once in a while, Bitcoin will do something you've never thought. And the only people that are going to ride that ride are the people that kind of did something a little off compared to most. All right. So I'm getting rid of the daily projection, but I showed you what's likely going to happen. We're going to pull back, right? Here's the deal. We broke out. We do not want to go back, so if Bitcoin breaks inside this trend line, I mean, 60,200 is likely, right? What if this is a fake out, a bull trap, and we end up somewhere making a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, and we dump. And then we, I don't know, and then we rounded bottom our way, and then, this could become a rounded bottom and a cup and handle, and then we break out. You never know. I just want people to understand there could be another way to glory, and it may not be the way everybody's telling you. Stay open-minded, please. Don't listen to Crypto Twitter 100%. How many people loaded up through Crypto Twitter? This is my last chance. And now they're red right now because they were like, what? You know, play a setup, play, you know, if it's not there, don't take it. All right. Anyway, so you're away for the 21, but what I see is front running the golden cross. It's all looking pretty nice. So yes, we're getting the pullback on the daily. Yes, we had the bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. All right. And now here we are at the 1 hour 200 MA. If we lose the 200 MA in the 1 hour, we are coming to the top of this trend line. It's just likely or testing 65,006, that weekly support or resistance. There's a chop right there too as well. A chance we get a little bit of a bounce here for Bitcoin. There really is. So let's take a look. So here's your 200 MA. You lose that, I mean, you're going to go to like the 2 hour 200 MA. You see? That's very likely. Let's take a look at our 15-minute loss to sauce. That's the flag that we played earlier today. Do we have any bullish divvy? It's slight bullish divergence. It's class C. This is a very sharp move down. This doesn't move down as far. You know, divergence basically explains that the two lines will hit each other, right? That's the idea, right? If you were to continue to draw this way and continue to draw this down, eventually they would cross somewhere down here. That is called hidden bullish. I mean, that's called bullish divergence, right? I mean, but it's class C because they're not, you know, normally you'd want this down and this up. They're both facing down. This one's just not as bad, but you are got the oversold stochastic, you know, and there's a chance that you're going to get this kind of shoulder, this head and this right shoulder for a move back to the upside. Good day to bounce. You know, anytime I see Bitcoin red now is the time to be scoping up some Bitcoin, in my humble opinion. But you got to do whatever makes you happy, right? Not a financial advisor. None of that guy saying you should be taking as financial advice, but I like buying Bitcoin when you know, on a red day. Yeah, that's the most important time. You know, if I can't buy the green, see, you always have to put things in what I call opposite simple perspective, meaning when things get complicated, ask yourself if the opposite makes any sense. So when you're like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? You're like, well, would doing this make any sense to me at all? And when you look back, you're like, no, that wouldn't make much sense. You know, it kind of reveals the truth. All right. I'm attempting to find a perfect example in my mind. I'm sure there's something out there, but I believe you all know what I mean, guys and gals out there, what I'm saying. Can we rounded bottom here? You know, bit of bullish divvy as this swings up and this swings down, kind of a double bullish divvy. And we did bounce, but we have a major resistance that needs to get flipped at 67,600. So if you can't get back above 67.6, expect more downside for Bitcoin. BOOKMAP still holding a deep red position down here, as you can see. And are people digging the BOOKMAP there? Is that cool? Are you liking BOOKMAP? And shout out to the super chats. Hey, Liver, can you check Cat? Summons Cat, please. Big Guy Bonnet and Post on X. And MUMU listed on BNB. What is this? Thanks. We'll take a look. Thank you, HK. Can you also check DBR? Thank you. Much love, Sam Legend. Shout out to Andy. Big consensus in the house. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for jumping on in. Andy, you're the man, dude. Hope everything's well with you and yours. Yeah, we have a 4-month-old baby now over here. Life's going well. She's starting to wake up a little more than she used to. Was sleeping through the night. My wife is just such a... man, I give it up to the women that go through with the babies, man. Having BOOKMAP helps with the anxiety. Thank you, TMJPX. Amen. Amen. Bitcoin struggling, in my humble opinion, right? Almost got a little bit of a bear flag here. Let's take a look at the 5. Yeah, you're getting overbought on the 5-minute time frame, but you didn't achieve a higher low, right? And the divergence is a little sketch, so it almost tells you that there will be some more downside here on the 5-minute. Another short position may be here. Let's, you know, it's not. And I'll take a look at it on my perp here. So the last thing we put out here was this. Hit the target absolutely beautifully. I mean, gorgeous bear flag. You know, it also had a bit of a slanted. Ooh. Let me add this to the team here. It also had a bit of a slanted head and shoulder there. I don't know if you can see it. But shoulder, head, right shoulder. Even this was shoulder, head, right shoulder, you know. Bearish retest to the downside. I mean, it was beautiful. The bearish retest is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Amazing, brother. Super happy for you. Shout out to Andy. God bless you, Andy. Had a short to project my long. Got out of the long last night. Thank you, Sam, for the confidence to stay in my short. Shout out to Joshua Stout. God bless you. Since you asked, I'm not the biggest fan of BOOKMAP in that position. Thank you. Appreciate you. I can always kind of bring it down to you so you can see what's happening. But there is more liquidity to the downside for BTC. And let's go back to kind of what I just drew there. As, you know, we saw this bear flag breaking down. That's already in the money. I didn't even have a chance to open up the, I asked a question about BOOKMAP and boom, like, missed all the longs last week and now missed the shorts. Don't worry, man. Take a deep breath. All right. Submit to God and know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be and everything will be where it is supposed to be. All right. Take a deep breath. Like today, there's so many things I could go up or down about in my life. So many things I'm grateful for. But you know what? Last night I went to sleep and, you know, my baby daughter, she had a little bit of a rash on her skin. Everything seems okay. She seems a little better, you know. Checklist, you know, my baby daughter's okay. My wife is healthy and breastfeeding and all that, and my wife is healthy. Checklist. My other daughter didn't, like, you know, fall, bang her head or anything get hurt to her. She's a 3-year-old. She goes through a lot of stuff. She's okay. You know, nothing happened. And then my older daughter, you know, she's going through all stuff with school and stuff. She was in a good mood. And I said, man, all 3 of my kids are great. So that's the best, you know, and if you can have all that, you go from there. Anyway, short looks likely to go further to the downside here for Bitcoin. Target is 66,300. And BOOKMAP suggests that we do go further down to 66,560. You can kind of see right there, there's a lot more liquidity further to the downside than to the upside. All right. And if I show you BOOKMAP right here, just kind of big screen style, you can see there's just so much more liquidity below us. And this thing's about, I'd say 90% accurate. Very rarely do you see a lot of liquidity to the downside and you don't go down there, you know? So it's saying, hey, all the orders are down here. The big boys want to eat at 66.8, 66.4, 66,000. And, you know, I kept telling you that the daily was overbought for days. Surprised that we even hit 69,000. That's why I couldn't believe we hit the long. I'm telling you, when I hit the long, it was just something we were just... It's not about being right. I have a bullish bias that just happened to catch the long because I wasn't going to give up, you see? Someone asked me to look at CAP and DBR, both $20 super chats. Thank you so much for the super chats and that fan funding from HK. Now, we may double bottom here. Look at this. There's a chance we kind of double bottom. I believe it's more unlikely because the stochastics are telling us a story that we want to dump to the downside. I would hold the short all the way back down to about 66,320. All right. Possible double bottom, though. You never know. I don't trade Mondays regularly, so not my thing. It's sad. Sometimes the biggest moves happen, but, you know, you see me. I take them anyway. It's like I don't trade, and I'll take it, but some of the biggest moves have happened on Monday, right? So let's take a look at DBR. Is that D-Bridge? The bridge. They can't even tell us the market cap, though. It says that's 37 million in volume. Let's take a look at DBR here as it was super chatted by somebody. All right. And my team knows what's hot right now. And what's hot stays hot recently. If it's got buzz, doesn't seem to care too much about BTC. DBR on Mexi D-Bridge. So just came out, brand new. All right. What the last thing that just came out and mooned, what was it? It was Deep Protocol, right? Let's just take a look at what this was. We're learning about new coins every single day, right? Is a DeFi internet of liquidity, enabling real-time movement of assets and information across the DeFi landscape without the bottlenecks and risk of liquidity pools. D-Bridge can power all types of cross-chain interactions with deep liquidity, tight spreads, and guaranteed rates. The validation of cross-chain transactions is performed by a network of independent validators who are elected by and work for D-Bridge governance. Validators maintain the blockchain infrastructure and each run a D-Bridge node to sign all transactions. Sounds kind of centralized, no? All right, I don't know. I'm bullish on that one. Will dramatically help Solana to dominate the crypto market. D-Bridge is the future. Huh. A lot of people seem to be into this D-Bridge thingy majiggy over here. What's this D-Bridge sauce you young whippersnappers are talking about over here now? This we used to drink PBR, now you kids are into DBR. Anyway, rising wedge broke to the downside, right? I mean, that's what happened. There was probably some bearish div there. You can't even see it, but there was imaginary bad as Steve. But no, right here, I mean, that swung down while that swung up on the 1 hour, right? And there you had the pullback. Brand new coin, almost not enough to probably sell it off too hard. So what would I do? Well, I would set my levels. You know, I'd probably go to, yeah, the 1 hour looks okay. Yeah, 30 minute. I'd give it as much as I can to get some information here. So let's tell the story. It came out, did the, you know, then it made a beautiful move from 3 cents all the way up to about 4.5, 4.3. Came back down to 2.9. Then it consolidated, had a nice gap up. Slowly came down. The falling wedge broke to the upside. Falling wedge broke up. And then we had, like, you know, the whole market just kind of erupted. Then it looks just like Bitcoin, right? If you take Bitcoin and do the, you know, you'll see this is Bitcoin, and then it broke to the downside, right? And that would bounce right there off of 3 4/10 of a cent. I mean, that could be its bounce place because, like, what other? It doesn't have a lot of data, not a lot of information. It's a bit of a falling wedge, right? I want to see if you can at least get a 200 MA in there. Maybe slightly draw a trend line. Like, so we don't know exactly what could happen here, but what you want to see, brand new coin, this is how you can do TA on almost anything. You want to see if this can shoulder, head, right shoulder, get above that 15-minute 200, and you want to see if it can start to consolidate. If it starts to consolidate here, right, it's like it's so new that we're getting pretty early, and there's a good chance we can make some gains. And it may be a little bit, but conservatively, yeah, like a 5 cent could come, but let's just see how this plays out. Now, if it loses this key level and dumps, then we research it. If we really like it, we could buy it at the bottom. Or we never touch it again. It's just something that came and went. All right? What the TA does tells me what I will do. I'm not going to do whatever I want, though, on DBR. Thank you so much for giving us DBR. Now what I do, too, is I add a vertical line. And I right-click it right here. And then sometimes I hit control, I grab another and just right click this and add an alert there too as well. So now I got alerts here when it crosses. And then sometimes I put one here too. So like a few days later, if I forget, I get another one. And now now all I have to do is hit my alerts, and then all the coins I've set alerts are in a big, beautiful list ready for me. And I don't have to go through tons of things in the market. I can see everything that I want. So what I do is I do hours of concentrated research, and then the alerts kind of pinpoint. It's like, okay, I did that. It's like, say you had, I'm trying to, you know, this is like the worst example, but say you wanted to take your best students, like your AP students, or just say you were in a class and you wanted your best students to do a debate. I don't know, whatever it was, but you wanted to pick your best students. And so you went through all their tests and you found the ones that were like 90 and above, and you put them in a pile, right? Then when you came back, and then you had to actually only take 5, and there was like 50 students 90 and above out of like say 100, like you had to keep deducting. Very similar to what I do. I scan the market. I find things that look amazing. Alerts. Then I take the ones that actually play into the alerts, and then the other things fall off. And then I find the gems, and then you guys. So that's why high probability plays out in the trading group. I have this whole system. All right, it's all planned out, really, to whittle down mathematically what is highly likely going to play out based on probabilities, because the charts will tell us. It makes so much sense to me, but it seems complicated if I explain it to someone else. They'd be like, wait, you do this, blah, 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 blah. But when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, it's just, don't you get it? Right. You know, ZEPH had a big pump, and it's in this kind of rising wedge. Doesn't seem to care much about Bitcoin. There's a chance this thing goes on some type of parabolic move here. You know, Bitcoin goes sideways a little bit, or even just drops, pulls back, and gets the bounce. And there's a chance even when Bitcoin pulls back, that money flows into the altcoins. It does not flow back into US Tether. A lot of people are like, why would I be into Tether? So ZEPH looks like it could do this what we call the parabola to the upside and break out on a beautiful parabola. I mean, how many altcoins have we talked about already? You've got gems on gems for free. You didn't even have to join the trading group. You're ready to go. I got you. Once you make the gains, join the trading group and start helping others. Help me change the world. That's the key here. I was about to say, I thought I had water. Okay. Let's get back into BTC. Is it continuing to collapse? Okay, so look, we got the bullish divvy here. That's a strong swing up while price action swings down. A little bit of bullish divergence there at about 67,000. Could we get the bounce? Possibility. This is where you start being like, okay, do I break? You know, stop loss can be moved somewhere to break even. So you can't lose no matter what. Every time I leverage trade, I just take a shot, break even, take a shot, break even, and then the ones that win, win. Last night I sat at break even, price was pretty close above it, and then we still won the trade. It was amazing. All right. Please have a look at Brad. Yeah. Is deep a good buy on the dip? I like deep, but it's up to you. You got to kind of do your research. It's very high risk because it's at the beginning. All right. Yeah. Okay. Got it tomorrow. Mac Gamers. Shout out to everybody here. So yeah, a bit of a bullish divvy there on the 5-minute chart for Bitcoin. And remember, if we can cross back above the 200 MA there, you know, we could get that old reversal. I would watch our 5-minute time frame with this bullish divvy. See if it can get us back above 67.6. All right. Jupe hits $1 again. Rewards claim is live. Yeah, baby. Jupe staking rewards today. Speedy final hit a pullback to get in. Don't panic. Bitcoin will go to the moon soon. Still waiting now. I guess you're funny. I apologize for, I don't know. Yeah, God bless you, Rich. I don't know. I only see positivity today. I'm just in such a good mood, man. Send a super chat and DeFi for TI on your favorite crypto coin. Yeah. And yeah, this sideways price action. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. It's going to tell you what's likely going to happen to these altcoins today. If we get a move in Bitcoin dominance, and what does that mean? Bitcoin dominance is how much money Bitcoin takes of the entire market. If we get a big move in Bitcoin dominance, you know, to the downside, that's really good for altcoins. And so there you have it. I mean, look at that, right? And that's what we had this weekend too. We had this like pullback on the altcoins. Doesn't look amazing though. You know, it still says, hey, Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. That's what it's telling me. So it even says that if you believe you're a bear and you want to short Bitcoin, it just, when Bitcoin dominance gets ready to rev up like this, oversold on the 4-hour, but still looking for that higher low. As long as it puts in the higher low, we may get one more little push there. But then, I mean, I see this thing taking off at one point, making that higher low. So, okay, yeah. Sol is amazing. We got into Sol heavy duty. Every time Sol pumps, it makes me happy. Talk about Sol pumping out of this little flag here, and it basically did exactly that, right? This beautiful inverted head and shoulder, and then it broke out, and then it mooned. Then it was in this flag, and it continued to moon. Hit 171, came back down for the bounce, and then pumped again. Let's take a look at Sol in the bigger picture so people can get an idea of what's happening for Sol on like the weekly. I look at Sol BTC, but I mean, this is just beautiful consolidation, is it not? We basically made a new floor at about 125. Almost tells you that it's such a safe place to buy. It's like, why not? And then you swing this up here and it says, hey, gains, baby, gains, right? Signs of life that Sol could really do some serious damage to the upside here. The weekly says I'm ready to rock. I like the 2-week when I'm getting into, if I was going to put in a large portion of my net worth, it's the 2-week chart. And the 2-week chart says you're ready to go. It's time. It's time to put, like, you know, for me, like, you know, let's just say if I was a billionaire, I'd be putting a few $100 million in Solana now to increase my net worth, right? If I had $1 billion, I'd take at least $100 million and put it in Solana, 1/10 of my net worth for sure, without a doubt in my mind, at these key areas on the 2-week chart. Maybe I'd wait for it to come down one more time, because at the top of the pattern or bounce, but I like what I'm seeing for Solana in the long term. I mean, look at that 10-day chart. 10 days says I'm about to boom. 10-day chart. The 3-day looks good. And right here, we just may struggle. Like, we may go down a little bit and just get tight again. 150 a couple more times, and then it says, hey, this thing is gone to the moon. That's a Sammy cup and handy, beautiful cup and handle for the upside for Solana. And honestly, when I do the cup and handles, you can kind of stretch that. And it gives you about a $400 Solana. You know, and a lot of people say $1,000 and this and that, but look how long. I mean, it took us to get from, you know, that $12 sideways from June of 2023 to March of 2024, almost a whole year. And so, you know, markets get bigger and more money will come into the market. And maybe there will be such a big bull run that I'll eat these words. And I would love that. But I like to be realistic until then. And so, you know, if we were to take just, you know, this idea and if we were to kind of break out parabolically, it even says like it could take us till May of 2025 and we're still somewhere at 350, 351. So people get real greedy, like $1,000 Solana. And like, I don't know, you know, you might wait and wait and wait. I would love $1,000 Solana. Trust me, you know. But so this is, but I'm so bullish on Solana and I've been going over Sol BTC on the macro technical analysis. Everyone, you got to watch the macro technical analysis video. All right. Super, super important. Super, super important. Okay. That video really will show you kind of what the market's doing and let you kind of breathe. Right. So, sorry. Always something there. Follow me on Twitter if you can too. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Crypto Billy. There he is. That's Crypto Billy in case you didn't know. All right, there he is. Hi, Crypto Billy. So anyway, Solana looks absolutely beautiful to the upside. God bless you, Sam. I took the day off today to tune into the stream without being in a truck. Can you look at people USDT attempting to locate a bottom? Let's take a look at people. And why you took the day off. Honestly, people take the day off to come to the stream. I mean, it's a big deal. All right. It's a big responsibility. So yeah, I was looking at people in this kind of rising wedge. It can adjust it a little bit, but it still looks somewhat, you know, more bullish to me. Now, Bitcoin dumps, of course, you know, and everything really starts to take a dump. Maybe it comes down at double bottoms. Maybe it bounces off the 200 MA. Let's say what, the 12-hour. But I'm still bullish on this. It still looks good to me. I believe it already bottomed. I believe that's 5.8 is your bottom. I am firmly going to say that you know, and again, anything is possible because I don't know what's going to happen to the world. Could be a black swan event. Anything could happen, right? So I can't tell you I know what's going to happen for sure. But based on my years of doing this, whenever I've seen a chart that's made higher lows like this, started to kind of bend down out, and you got that second higher low, it's very rare you revisit that. Like maybe 1 or 2% of the time, like 95% of the time, you're going to continue to move. I do see a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder there. I know Bitcoin is struggling a little bit. Chance we do dump down and we double bottom here, or maybe we bounce, you know. But lower than, you know, 5 cents, I see it highly unlikely. But again, you got to figure that out for yourself. Don't go on my word. But that, you know, my years of data are telling me no way. All we need is a bounce today, a little bit here for BTC, and this bounces 67.5 for Bitcoin. And this will bounce as well. Or 66.9. So we bounce off 66.9, but only to kind of make it a little more dumpy. And then look at that rounded. You know, that's dumpage. And whenever I see roundedness like that, it's the descending triangle, right? The descending triangle comes with that rounded nature. And we defied. Like usually that's a dumpage. You don't have much time, but you know, we have the old short there. Well, it keeps it in that same. What we'd love is if it bounces right now off the bottom, gives us a good position for that short. Doesn't give me a 3-to-1, almost 267. So you want just to bounce back up, right? Look like a double bottom. Have everybody long, create more liquidity, and then it dumps down. But to me, it's starting to show what I call is a descending triangle. Comes on up, and then it's gonna dump. Most likely for me, that's gonna take a move to the downside. You lost the point of control in the 1 minute. You're below the 200 MA, right? You lost the 200 MA on the 1 hour. If you do, let's take a look. Yeah, If you lose this 200 MA on the 1 hour, you're going to go to likely to the 200 MA on the 2 hour. That's just how it works. That's going to be sitting something. It will come up a little bit as this comes down, but they're going to meet somewhere, I don't know, 65, 65.5 if you're lucky. If you're along, you know. And let's get back to the 1 minute. So you can see I'm using the 1 minute to see what's likely going to happen here to price action. And that's like a M double. That's just nasty. Right now, it's already starting to show signs of a move to the downside. It's a 2.61 risk reward ratio. It'd have to go lower. And then you look at BOOKMAP and you're like, does BOOKMAP back up this data? Right? I talk a lot. I have some fun. But at the same time, you know, I give you guys the information you need. And you can see there's just way more liquidity all the way down to 66,566. So it's saying yes. Now we're losing the weekly support or resistance at 67.2. That's now going to become resistance. So every time you lose 67.2, 67.2 becomes the resistance, right? Yeah. Freddie Muniz, I don't even give into all that stuff, man. But maybe you're right. You never know. You know. So yeah, there we go. The bounce up is nice. I'd like that. Possible double bottom here. And again, I could be wrong. What if this thing moons and when we cross the 200, if we cross the 200 MA, I long then. I go back the other way. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I'm just showing you this is a possible descending triangle now. You'd like this bounce because it gives you a better place to get into the short. It turns this into a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. You see that difference between getting in there and there with the same stop? Nothing else changes. Changes the whole trade. And when you're trading like me, 30x, 50x, and every little bit, every tiny minuscule thing that you do to the trade tweaks it, changes it. Every single thing changes it. So you got to be really careful of what you're doing. That's why demo trading is so important. So you can learn how to tweak all that stuff by yourself and figure out how to kind of get into motion. Now, I know this gave me a bullish divergence and all that, but this is a bearish signal for me. And it gave you the perfect entry right there. And that probably was likely a good short entry to the downside for Bitcoin. So the short does look pretty nice here for BTC right now. Bit of a shoulder, head, kind of right shoulder, bit of a descending triangle, and they break down pretty fast, and they'll break down like boom, and you'll just kind of get the dump. The dump at Liver, yeah. How are you doing? What do you think about Doge right now? Doge is cool, man. It's all right. Liver too strong, yeah. Zeta USDT, bots are buying it. Are you going to miss the new top layer one? I think Zeta Chain's hot, man, and I got a bag. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. People were saying bear trap. There is some good bullish divvy there. That could be a higher low right there as we kind of moon. So my thing is I don't really play, you know, you could try to actually catch the local bottom of the day. But for me, it's more of like, can you bounce? You get back above this point of control, you'll gap through the VER, and then you have another gap here. And then we'll get above the 200 MA. At that point, I would open up a long. All right, I've done it many times. How about CAT, please? Yeah, we're going to get to the fan funding in a second. Let me take a look. You had CAT and DBR. Sorry, I wasn't going to skip it, man. Very pushy. We'll get to it. Yeah. I just don't do memes whenever people want in case it's like they want, you know, I have all my reasonings. Yeah. And then it does this thing why does it keep doing this to me like once in a while? It comes back at the end of the stream. It's almost like I can't handle BOOKMAP and this fight themselves. I'll tell you right now, 67.2 is a key level of support or resistance. We want to get back above 67,200. It's the number one thing we can do. All right. May God bless everybody out here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. May God bless you all for being here. All right. And this is just Pete. I don't know what this is on my screen here. Colby. I bought a little Colby today. You know, a tiny little bit, or two days ago, around it, just but around the same key area. It came up and came down, but around this same area. Again, do whatever makes you happy. It could be complete garbage. I put a very small amount, like $50. So. Yeah, so Cat, I can't seem to find Cat because my deck screener, for some reason, every once in a while, acts up on the live. I don't know why. Watch this closely. See if this bullish divvy can push us forward and save us for the day. The indicator says no, we're going to bounce. The pattern says no, we can't. Let's get rid of all this scribble. And shout out to everybody here on the live. And thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset, which is your time. I mean, a bit of a double bottom, no? I'm not short or long. I just want to make that clear. If I do anything, I'll possibly get into like the slanted Adam and Eve. Like, what if it's slanted Adam and Eve and we get above the 200 MA and then boom. You never know with Bitcoin these days. But the daily suggests we do go further down. But we could get the bounce. So as I showed you in the 1 hour, and the daily could start going sideways, and we may never go lower than this. The bounce could be here, 67,000, and that's it. Only time will tell. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. There's so many false moves on Monday, I usually don't go for it. So if we were to get a follow through, I'm like, eh. Monday's called False Move Monday for a reason. It's a nice little double bottom. That has a measured move. From there to your neckline, 68% of the time, you should bounce back to 67.7. So there you have it. And the short I gave earlier today, already in the money. I don't see that could be the end of the trading, Let's see if this can hit the target and then go towards that 200 MA. And sometimes I speculate on that idea. Like, I could sit here. I'll go back to the 1. And I'll set the trade up as if I will take it at that time. But, we might hit the 200 somewhere around here. Well, you don't know exactly where, though. But I just kind of start to speculate, you see? For me, it's more downside likely, but we'll see what happens. In case, if we get back above here, we rip above that. That's the model I would take today. That's the only thing I would take, because that means the false move is over. They're kind of going the opposite way, right? There you go. Look at that double bottom, getting that spike, going after liquidity now, back to the upside for Bitcoin. Shout out to the 2,027 people here on the live. 170 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. For the 2,000 beautiful people here, let's get something cooking. All right? Let's get something cooking. Throughout the stream, I'm going to write random letters on the screen. Randomly. They're going to spell a word. At the end of the stream, if you put the word in, we're going to hook you up. All right? 1 month free in the trading group. So, stay tuned. Look out for the letters that I put randomly and write them down. I'm going to put them out randomly and just put them away. I'm going to see who's paying attention. All right? I'm going to see who is paying attention. I'm thinking of the word right now. All right? Oh, I got the word. I know the word. I know the word. All right? We'll see who can play this game. It's going to be like a treasure hunt throughout the stream. We'll see if you can stay tuned throughout the whole stream to find it. And that's going to keep your attention span pretty locked in here. So, remember, I'm more bearish than bullish here. If I had to call it, right? I don't have a, although I don't know what's going to happen, I am more bearish than bullish. However, I don't trade Mondays. It's usually just not my thing. It's not my favorite day to trade. The win rate is harder, so why do it? Why push myself? I can easily win the trade, but the win rate is harder. So why do that? All right. So, yeah, I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. And, I'm looking for the short. Now, did you have your bags packed? Are people packing their bags? That's the big question here. Are you getting scared out at this moment in time? Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index, man. It did jump up a little high. The greed was a little high for me. And every time the greed gets that, like, it went a little too fast. I thought we would gradually go into the 60s, but we went from 58 to 72. Like, boom. You think we would get some type of pullback there? It would make sense. All right. You think we would get some type of pullback there? It would make sense, but you never know. You never know. Who likes LWOLF? Is LWOLF something that you're looking at? All right. Is LWOLF something that you're looking at? I like LWOLF. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Look at ZEPH. This thing could boom to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for ZEPH, and I did point it out earlier, but I mean, that's a rising wedge. I don't own any of this, and I wish I got in early. The thing is back to ripping again. But this is kind of things that I definitely look at, and you can see it's not really nudging much as Bitcoin pulls back. It really doesn't seem to care. One of my bigger holdings, too, that I really like is MPLX. MPLX. All right. This coin is hot to me. And the reason why, and I kept this up here for a reason, is when the whole market kind of ripped up and then pulled back. Yes, it pulled back. But then as everything kind of kept going sideways and down, it ripped up. And now look at it strong at 44. And it's showing strength regardless of what Bitcoin's doing today. So you can see it on KuCoin. You can see it on CoinX, MPLX. You can also buy it on Jupe, right? The decentralized exchange. Again, it has to be up to you. You have to like it and, you know, do your own research and all that fun stuff. But for me, man, and I recently made a pretty big buy, and I told my trading group exactly how much and when I did it. I'm watching this thing, and it looks like it's getting ready for a big move. And look, the rest of the market came up and went down like this. Like 90% of coins did this. This thing did not. It did something a little different than the rest of the market. It's got something else going for it. And I keep saying that. I do own this coin. About like 10,000 USD or 11,000, something like that. And, but yeah. MPLX, baby. MPLX. So definitely a coin to watch. Something that I've been paying attention to. All right. Definitely something I've been paying attention to. Wow. So Bitcoin making more of a bullish divvy now, starting to round that bottom, starting to say, hey, man, you know, the bears are trying to press, but can we start to flush? Can we start to curve that bottom out? Didn't sound right. No Diddy. But moment of silence, man, for all the people that man hurt. Like, that's absolutely horrible. It's not even funny. It's just absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Right? And is there a live trade to be had? I mean, pretty sketchy here, but now, you know, the bullish divergence kind of continues. As the RSI continues this kind of flow to the upside while Bitcoin kind of turns here. It's interesting. You could say it's bearishly retesting the bottom of this, and it's just about to dump. I'm still more bearish. Bitcoin has to get back above 67,002 and 67,006, like all that fun stuff, man. You know, and break back above the 1 minute 200 MA for me to think anything is going to reverse today. So you stay bearish until the bulls show you something. And right now the bulls haven't shown me that they're going to get out of this at all. They're throwing some divergences out there, but they haven't broken above the key support or resistance levels that need be. So you stay short until the market teaches you that you should not. Right now the probability is still to the downside. That is what it is. That's a bit of an M pattern, right? It just possibly a bearish retest of even the bottom trend line of this descending triangle. And 90% of the time this dumps. So if it doesn't, so be it. But most, you know, I should say like 90% of the time this pattern does dump to the downside. If you're just watching, get yourself a Crypto Lifer mug today. Let the world know you're a Crypto Lifer. Okay? I won't be here forever preaching the good word, but maybe you can spread the energy when I'm gone with this mug. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. So take a look here at BTC. A lot of liquidity further to the downside for Bitcoin, 66,800. I gotta tell you, man, they're writing a storybook and it's telling us that they want to take us down. I got 66,300 as the target here. And we hit our first one. Can the second one play out? Let's see. They're fighting us here at this key level. Bitcoin on the 1 minute attempting to do the bullish divvy and rip back to the upside. I would love it. I would love it. I'm an overall bull when it comes to Bitcoin. I mean, when it comes to a trader, I'm biased. You know, when it comes to long-term investing, I'm an overall bull when it comes to BTC. Shout out to $100. Thank you so much for the love. We're going to take a look at CAT again, see if we can get it on deck screener. Come on, baby. Let me give it a refresh, see what's happening here. Maybe that's all it is. Just give it a little quick refresh. Everything comes back to normal. This stuff has to start loading though. It's weird, right? Yeah. I think it's definitely something to do with like BOOKMAP in the back end. I don't know. Streaming. I'll go to Dex Tools for you because I don't want to leave you hanging. Simon's Cat, he says. That's what it was. I mean, you gave $40. I'm not trying to be rude. I would never do that. So let me hook you up here. Cat, Simon's Cat, right? For wrapped BNB. Is that it here? And wow, that's pretty cool because I like BNB. We haven't seen that in a while. It's got a big market cap. Interesting. Had a nice spike today. I think that's why you wanted to kind of bring it up there. Nice pump to the upside. Seems like it kind of double bottomed off the key level there. And it made this falling wedge with, look, a shoulder, a bit of a head, and a right shoulder. Broke to the upside. Inverted head and shoulder, right? And then this falling wedge broke up. Now it's going to be a wafer. It's 21 and it's 200. If you could add them if you'd like. Pretty sure I even know where they're at. They're like somewhere here, you know. I'd pull even a small fib on this, or I'd move to the smaller time frames. What time frame are we on now? We're 12. Move to like the, let's say the 4 hour, and then, yeah. And again, what you could do is you can go up to indicators, type in MA here, and just add your 21. You can hit 2 of them, and I just add the 21 and the 200. Right? Style, make it yellow, turn this one 200. And then for the other one, just make it the 21 and turn it white, right? And this is all I need really to figure out what's likely happening. And so look, you got above the 200 MA. That's a big sign. You stay above that, that's good. So what you're looking for is you're looking for this to flag and stay above this level, which is about 3.8, and then have the 21 curve up. Either it's going to come back down to the 21 and lose, and then have to, you know, or it's going to make some type of upward price action while the 21 comes into play. But wow, that's a nice move. It did get above some resistance. Nice double bottom there for Simon's Cat. Yeah. I hope that's correct. I hope I'm on the right place there for you. And it's funny, we don't go over a lot of BNB, wrap BNB. Up 48% in 24 hours too. So, hey, something's brewing here for that. Back to the Bitcoin call. We are falling to the downside, 66,000. Looks like we kind of barely retested here. Now we are dropping down. Correct again with this call. I mean, it's a descending triangle. I was able to figure it out. Flip to the other way. We would trade it up to the upside. See, it's all about flipping the chart upside down. And a lot of people are like, oh, I can't short. I don't know how to short the market, but they're long all day long. So I mean, if you can short, you can long. If you can long, you can short. Just flip it around. Just flip it around. All right. You just have to flip it around. That's all. You just have to flip it around. You see, and then that's it. That's it. You just have to flip it around. So yeah, all coins are going to pull back if Bitcoin pulls back, period. That's it. Except for some of the strange memes and some things that have a little cult following and people that are really fiending to get in, they might actually kind of go sideways and keep some gains. But only time will tell. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. God bless you. And we continue to moon. We're on our way to 74,000 subscribers, everybody. 80K, I can see 80K, and then 90K, and then 100,000 subscribers, man. Every single day we push. Every single day we push. Shout out to everyone that helps us. The channel sponsors a huge, huge look. Thank you so much. Shout out to, I Trust Capital, where you can get ready for your retirement. Unbelievable. Where else can you buy and sell cryptocurrency, gold and silver inside your IRA? Nowhere, right? I mean, maybe a few other places, but not the way they do it. They're the best, in my humble opinion. 24 hours a day, the ETF closes in the weekend when Bitcoin dumps or pumps. Can't take advantage of those profits or those gains, but you can here. And when you leave this, they actually give you the Bitcoin in kind. You don't have to transfer it to dollars. You get Bitcoin sent to you when you're done, when you decide to leave for retirement. They also just added Near Protocol, a bunch of other awesome coins, including WIF, and, they got it all. Really, the main awesome and even small little coins, even SUI, right? They recently added SUI as well, which has been the hot contender above $2. Shout out to I Trust Capital. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. And if you want to find out more, hit the QR code or the link below. All right, with the music ending. All right. Let's take a look here at what's being looked at today. So the top 20 searched in the last 7 days. Let's just kind of refresh this and see if anything has changed. So Dogs keeps coming up there. No matter what, Dogs keeps getting searched. It's like one of the #1 search coins. Deep Book keeps getting searched because Deep was hot. Had a really good run. We got into it at $0.015 on this channel, and then it continued to rip. Really have to talk about how we found that on this channel. And again, that happens a lot. That's something we're going to see over and over again. We're going to find coins on this channel together, and we're going to watch the moon. It's pretty awesome, and we're going to learn about them here because so many people know I'm here, so people show up to this channel to be part of something bigger than themselves. Say, hey, I researched this coin. Omni Network keeps coming up too. Very small market cap at under 100 million. You might want to research Omni, find out more about it. I like Ether. I own Ether, ATH, and that's decentralized, infrastructure. I think that thing could have a big, big move. And Ondo, holding 77. I mean, Ondo had a pretty nice run. And once Ondo cracks, I say 85 this time, it likely may not go back. So those are what people were kind of searching in the last 7 days. And then the most visited, people definitely visited Deep Book, right? Sui's been hot, holding $2. D-Bridge, DPR, as we went over already. And it looks interesting. So this has got some buzz, and it's got a very small market cap. This thing could start to grow. Layer 0 has been hot to me because it's just really been holding above that 350 level. Solana, IO.net keeps coming up. We may want to kind of trade that or get into it. And I added more Celestia at 574. I like where it's at. And you can make a lot of money on Celestia APY too as well. So, hey. And Toncoin, really battling that $5 level. And Lumia keeps coming up to me. And Puffer Finance, it down 28% in the last 7 days, but definitely. And then Dogs keeps coming up. So, just, and then what I also do is I like to just do my own little thing. You just go to CoinMarketCap pretty simply. And just look in the last hour, what's up? DYDX, I put this out to the trading group. In 7 days, up 30%. Helium Network getting a little bit of a buzz. Axie, Gala, SEI still holding 40 cents. Python Network also on my radar. People getting really excited about Python Network and these low prices. That's that Oracle, right? It could do numbers. And render anywhere near 5 to me. Below 5 is a steal. POPCAT, if it gets anywhere below like 115, oh my gosh. Celestia anywhere below $5 or near it. BitTensor anywhere below 500. I mean, you're getting close to some of the, and Phantom had a nice pump. Phantom holding nicely. So a lot of coins really holding strong. Aerodrone still at 121. And look, Paul X-Matic, Pole, right? They changed it to Pole. 37 cents. Really isn't going to hide that it's still Matic and hasn't done much. Now, I like Matic. Low blow for Matic. I've held Matic for a long, long time. So look, Polygon Matic there. What, they got it twice? Weird. That's a bit strange. It's a bit strange, eh? It's got 2 market caps. It's like old Matic and new Matic. Did they really do that? Anyway, and Atom just got to get back above $5. Dang. But I see a lot of juicy prices for a lot of coins that I love. Near Protocol, Pepe, Mu. This is actually cats in the dog's world. Mu could do well. Up 18% in the last week as well. Bonk. Talked about a bunch of coins. Let me share this tweet with you guys because I get some good information from these tweets. Billy. And, let's take a look here. So, we got 83 responses, 4,000 views, really fast too. Here's my meme coin list. Memes. Whiff, Myro, Brett, Maneki, Normie, LWOLF, Hoppy, SPX69. What am I missing here? And people love this. Kendu. I think I got Kendu back in the day. Remember that? I own some Nike. If we don't, I do own some Nike. I think it's the best meme on Cardano when it does rip. Share. Never heard about that. Look, he even made a meme for me. Is that me? What the heck? Teach me how to chart. That's interesting. Looks like you missed on share, haha. We just started though. Check us out. Wow. Look at that. You put a little. You're so funny, man. You and based Sharon. 6,000 followers. Sharon is visually girlfriend of Brett. Really? Based Sharon. Share. I never heard. Mumu, Bonk, Oscar. So you're going to find out about so many coins like Turbo. Yeah, we know Turbo. Bobo. I like Bobo a lot. And the chart looks nice for Bobo. We went over that already. Pi is, Welsh. We knew Mouse more. It's all right. I think Welsh is hot. CWIF. I keep hearing FWOG like over and over again, like all throughout the internet. I'm telling you, it's I see FWOG everywhere. FWOG. I see this one a lot. Tucker is kind of like, Tucker was hot, but it's kind of like an old meme now. It's like, I like Ponky. Ponky had a huge run and it's consolidating. Looks like it's getting ready for the next big run. Jesus is all right. I'm just not a huge fan. Someone said Zin, and this is, these guys can help you. These tweets will help you guys. I'm mining the internet when I do this and accurately getting information sent to me. Snack Andy, right? DGen, and honestly, I pick a portfolio. There's so many out there. There's probably 50, 60 that I think are really still going to do 10 to 20x though, on top of what they've been doing, right? Look at that. Antonio Brown has signed up to be a poll worker in Pennsylvania. So amazing, right? And voting should be mandatory in a federal, funny. Agreed. Anyway, so that's interesting information. Shout out to anyone following me on Twitter. I appreciate that. So I would write a lot of that down. Anyone that left the stream right now, you're missing out on some key information. All right. That was the last one. Remember, that was the first one. So I don't want you guys to get confused. All right. I want to see if people can actually figure this out. All right. Make sure I don't want to put the old one on the new one. Yeah. I'll delete it each time. All right. We have 3 already, right? All right. That would be number 4 if you've been following around, right? Okay. So interesting, Bitcoin on the 1 minute dumps, then retests. Bullish retest, a bearish retest. Now that looks like it could be a perfect entry for even more dumpage. You'd say, oh, but the bullish divergence kicking in. I'd say no way. Bearish resistance. And now it's going to really start that bigger move down. Reason why I will not open up the long till we get back above 67.2 and the 200 MA on the 1 minute. Both of those need to be checked off, or I will not open the long. No reason to. Pointless, completely pointless. All right. We want to see this resistance now. This is what's called a bearish retest. Usually a really good place to open up a short right there. Like key short area, because you just boom. Anything is possible. You never know, but it looks likely. Look at crypto bubbles. In the last hour, not a lot of love. Coin's giving back some of those gains. APE's still holding it at a huge pump, but DYDX also, and I actually went over that before it pumped, which is awesome. But coin's pretty flat right now, but not too bad. 0.1%. They're not like they're getting hammered horribly, so it could be worse. Let's jump back into the chat, see what you people were talking about. What is your idea? What are you doing? What is your plan? What is your goal? Let me just reset this real quick. Are you gonna go meme heavy? Are you guys Bitcoin maxis? What are you doing here? Deep cross the 1 minute 200 MA. Yeah, would you please look at the little bub with the bounce for the 1 hour 200 MA? See, that's the key level you want to watch today. The time frame that matters the most is that 1 hour 200. If we can hold the 1 hour 200, right? What I'll do is actually let me keep the 1 minute here. And I'm gonna just gotta open up another chart like Bitcoin USD on Coinbase. Now, if we can hold this key level, this is what we want to see. We want to watch the 1 hour. Really, this is all that matters to me. I do this all the time. But as long as we don't close a day, a candle on the 1 hour below the 200 MA, we're good to go too. We could very well get a nice bounce here. Some here back to the upside. Now, if we lose that, we're dumping down. Likely to 66.2 or 65.2 even. BOOKMAP is saying, hey, you got a lot of liquidity lower. And look at Deep Red just came in all the way down to 66.2 now and made it even worse. So Big Red says more downside possibly coming. So I gotta stretch, my back is cramping up. I did 2 really hard extra push-ups at the end of the stream today, and it kind of cramped my back up at the end of my workout. Chopping to change it between WIF, XRP, and Bitcoin. Sniped is short on WIF. Interesting. And I'm heavy on bread and Moog. Looking more into dog. Gold losing last support now. Interesting. Exactly what I like to see for a bullish week. Start the week with a pullback on False Move Monday. Amen. Hey, you don't want to be bullish all day long, right? And this would be cool if we can start to recover throughout the day too and slowly get back to the upside. Slowly get back to the upside here. But, let's see if we can bounce. Right now, this 1 hour candle will close in 38 minutes. So far, it's going to close above the 200 MA. Can we hold that key level? And that area that we're going to be watching closely is about 67 even, right? 66.9, 50, 67 even. So you could even say 66.8, 50 maybe, TA and Uni, Uni looks a lot like APE. We took APE and Uni. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that exact thing here with you. So I'm going to take a look at APE. Just because the similarities are so important here. Funny, APE just got litty. But what you want to do is you want to look at APE on the daily. And you want to take if we can, this bars pattern. We want to copy that. We want to go to Uni USDT on the daily if we can. All right. And you want to take a look here what's happening. They're not like, oh yeah, there it is. So I'm like, and they're not going to be exactly, but they're going to be pretty dang close. And so like what I'm saying is, see this is this falling wedge here, because you have what happened on this one's not as good as the other ones, so it's almost not worth it. But the idea, and again, but you had a low, then you have a higher low, then you have higher lows, and then if you can continuously see, like, you make, you know, fine, you might have this and come down, but that bigger low is higher than that and higher than that, and you can see it's a trajectory to the upside. And this has it has that little hill, then the bigger hill, then the hill, and then and boom, right? And so to me, Uni is just about, it's so close to exploding, and the daily's oversold, and you're hitting the 200 MA. And so once these coins, most of these coins, and Bitcoin kind of settles off here, this also tells me Bitcoin's likely going to go more sideways, and we're going to get less downside and more sideways price action, because the altcoins just look like they want to hit their 200 MAs and rip. And for that to happen, it's unlikely that Bitcoin would have some type of, like, you know, black swan bearish feel. It would have to either go sideways or pump. And again, it doesn't mean it has to, but the probabilities are starting to build. Like, look at that beautiful gap in the VRVP. And so I just don't see how Uniswap doesn't hit $10.90 not too long from now, but it could be wrong. All right. Uni had issues with the, I don't know. False move Monday, Sam, right? Yep, MUMU had the most potential. The team never stops posting on X. Content is good. There's no way MUMU doesn't get to 10 billion. It's funny. I am actually interested in MUMU. I think it was a coin that I believe had or was gonna buy. Maybe I did buy it on MEXC. Is it on MEXC? MUMU the bull, right? I mean, MEXC seems to have it all. Yeah, they got MUMU there. I believe I threw a little bit into MUMU. They had me at hello at the beginning of this coin. I mean, if you look at it, it's actually doing really well. Like, it's in an upward trajectory. You see? You know, I had a realization yesterday that I'm sure a lot of other people have had. But, you know, I do all my research, and you become this, like, you know, fundamental analysis. Like, you understand DeFi. You understand how to research cryptocurrency. Like, I knew that, you know, Deep was going to be hot because I've watched decentralized exchanges pump before. CDIS was going to pump because of SUI. Like, these are all predetermined ideas because I understand how the ecosystems work. I'm not saying I'm a genius. This is just something that, like, you know, a mechanic that doesn't study crypto wouldn't know, right? It's just, these are things you learn as you get into crypto, whether they're basic or not. And where am I going with this yarn? Stay with me here. Well, what I'm pointing out is, you know, what I'm pointing out about all this is, as you continue to grow, you think all this research is so important. And then when you see like a speculative asset that really doesn't have a lot of meat and potatoes, you think, oh, that can't do as well as, and you kind of get blinded by your research, and you don't make, you know, you miss out on some gains someone else could have had. You know, what I've been finding is fundamentally, so I can flip it for you. So if you're a fundamentalist and you're a true analyst and you think memes are trash, well, let me explain. You know, the idea behind memes is now bigger than anything. Everyone's saying VCs have too much of the allocation. So when a coin comes out and it comes out and they have this new idea, and then the people get into the beginning, and every single time it kind of leaves us out every single time. Like, the little guy never gets too much of that. And so a meme coin, because it's so crazy, because it has no idea, because it comes out of a community, because it usually, you know, it should be fair, you know, a fair release, and that should create a time where there's not a lot of VCs in it yet. And if they want to get it, they're gonna have to pump the price, because they're gonna have to put their hands down. They're gonna have to get dirty, right? We're about to lose 67,000. We're gonna see that $66,000 level here again here for Bitcoin. And that's the bearish retest right there, so far playing out as suggested perfectly. We said that's likely your bearish retest, and so far it seems like it is. Okay, Super Chats, FALX, BIGTIME, PEPE, and AERO. Okay. That would be number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah. I'm being nice, right? Yeah. People like no idea what I'm talking about. So we know if we lose the 200 MA, we're bouncing down to where? The 2-hour 200 MA, which is likely somewhere here at 66,250, 65,250. But our first stop will be somewhere here at around 66,000, 66,200. All right, but it's just very likely. I've seen this many times. I've backtested it. It happens a lot. If we close our 1-hour candle above this 200 MA, let's see if the next one will close. We'll see how the 1-hour candle closes and take it 1 hour at a time. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Wow, someone won before I even did the word. That's crazy. Let's take a look here at the chat. While we have some real fan finders here. Let's take a look here. Super chats, look, blah, blah, blah. Kieran Sylvester wrote Falcon. I don't think I see Al Falcon anywhere before that. And I didn't even put the N yet. You guys are writing it down, paying attention. So, Falcon. And I believe this person won here. It's hard to see right here. Kieran Sylvester. Because look, VCs and meme coins are that. At least the VCs know what they buy. Memes are truly chaos. I see what you're saying, though. Yeah, at least there's some tech there. I'm in between on it all. A master mechanic at work here, yeah. I have some free days in the group, sir. I love everything, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, shout out to Kieran Sylvester. You get a month free in the trading group. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Yeah, you stayed with the word, man. Unbelievable. That you stay. Your attention span, unbelievable. That's just amazing. TA on AVAX, please. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Jimmy and Irene Price. Shout out to Stanford, man. I love you, brother. May my mother and father live forever. Thank you, Stanford Monaco LLC. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. So, yeah, look for MUMU to come back down. Hold positional strength here in this beautiful trend line. And then likely boom further to the upside. If MUMU comes back into this area, that's where I would be looking to grab some MUMU. And what levels are there? Everyone's like, well, what levels are those, Semi? That's going to be your 5428 and 4541 area. You know, obviously add those zeros. And what I can even do is this, just to give you a price note. That would be the sweet spot. Somewhere in there, probably 4.5, 4.6, 4.7. Oh man, comes back in there, but it may only get as high as like 5. May never get lower than 5. Only time will tell, but I like what I'm seeing there for MUMU the Bull. I don't own any yet. Think I might sink my teeth into MUMU. And I just added Ponky to the radar and to the team. And there is my short playing out beautifully to the downside here for Bitcoin. And again, I was short up here. I was short again here. And then I called that bearish retest and boom, boom. And now we're dumping to the downside to my target as suggested. How did I know where price is going to go? Price really told us it was very simple. We had bearish divergence. Okay. You have to understand your divergences. The bookmap suggested there was way more liquidity to the downside than to the upside. And 66.4 looks like we're headed there very likely. And I got 66.349. And that, I love when bookmap and my levels are pretty spot on. I mean, look at that. I mean, they're right there. They're matching there. 66.3. I'm at 66.327. They both say that's where we're likely going to go. Does that mean it's going to happen for sure? No, nothing is guaranteed at all in trading. And it's false move Monday. We take it one step at a time, but it still tends to play out pretty well. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. So here's the deal. Every day you wake up, it doesn't feel amazing. Who here woke up feeling absolutely amazing today? I felt pretty good. I didn't feel absolutely amazing. I felt like when I first woke up, I felt a little off. Like I wanted to, who wanted to stay in bed right when they woke up? I did. Right when I woke up, I didn't want to get out of bed. My wife woke me up 10 minutes earlier than she should have. I had my alarm, but she didn't know. So God bless her, because she's like, he'll forget it. My daughter won't make it to school, you know. And I was like, babe, man, I had 10 more minutes, you know. But I woke up, I didn't want to get out of bed. I wanted to stay in bed. Beautiful king size, comfy bed. And then I was like, well, now what? You know, and now I've created this huge brand, or, you know, in my mind, a pretty big brand, bigger than when I was by myself just doing nothing. And I got to live up to the brand. And every single day I got to work out, got to push it. We got to hit the gains. We got to hit the charts. And I got to be motivated, ready to go. You know, I can't wake up lame. I can't wake up, I don't want to do this, you know. And I said, God, man, thank you for everything you've given me. I remember how beautiful the stream is. Yeah. Sam has picked the winner. Be happy for them. Amen. Yeah. I've been getting liquidated all weekend. Trying to short, don't want to. Yeah. He says you picked the wrong winner. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure she wrote it before you. Yeah. Yeah. And whatever I did, it is what it is. It's a state of it is what it is. Yeah. Be happy and beautiful for the way it went. You know what I mean? That's what all Jamie's trying to say, you know. But honestly, when I scroll through it, I do not see the word Falcon until that person wrote it on small letters. You wrote it really big after the fact. Oh, am I in top chat, not live chat? That's why. Okay. I'm sorry. I was in top chat, not live. I don't know why they do that. I was in top chat, not live chat. I don't know why they do that. And I don't really, you know, if that's the case, then you probably did win. I'm sorry about that. I'll put you in the group too then. How's that? You get to go in the group too, just so you're not upset. I'd rather someone be happy than upset. Okay? So there you go, man. You and hey, you were persistent. So let's find you if you're still here. And you had now here's the funny thing. He could have been so upset he might have left the stream. Or he could have been a bit more patient. Now his name's Mubarak, right? So it makes me think you have the patience. Success story lines, he said it first. Okay, the winner is success story lines. Okay, that's who it is. So we'll do success story lines if they're around. And we'll put 2 people in the group. All right? Sorry, there we go. I started my strategy this morning knowing Sammy will be working out. Amen. I did. He was persistent, not rude. Amen, dude. 100%. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to ever be rude. I don't want to come across as rude. That's the worst thing in the world. I always want to be loving and looked at as a caring person that wants others to do well. That's the most important thing to me is you don't care what other people think of me per se as like what, you know, but I want to make sure that I help others in the best way possible. All right. Communication is key. I see more of a descending triangle here. This just looks like it wants to continue down. Further and further to the downside here and then dump on us. Congratulations, success story lines. If you're out there, success story lines. If you are out there, congratulations. Because they put in the work too. I agree with him. They put in the work. I like DIA. I think it's hot. I believe it's going to do numbers. The fact that it had such a run up, there was a lot of FOMO. When it pulls back, if it can pull back, could be a chance. We saw it starting here, remember right there, and then it just continued to rip from 70 and it was gone. If you're in my trading group, I looked at DIA. I could see it beginning inside this form here. And I said, man, watch DIA. You're like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, I did though. And you're like, where is it, Sammy? Show us the proof. I'm like, all right. If we search DIA, and you'll see my update right there on 10/8 for DIA. And I can see that it's starting to form this channel. And that's likely your area right there to buy, like right above 70 cents as it's about to rip to 50. And that's the little cup and handle there. And if you go to DIA now and you look at it, that was a little cup and handle. That was the perfect place to buy. And then it ripped to the upside. So I gave DIA to my trading group right before that thing mooned. I mean, and then it was also 39 cents just back in September, the end of September. I mean, this thing really was the winner. Could have traded this and just walked away already and had a bull run. You know, it's so funny. And the market cap's still decently small, and that's what's really intriguing for DIA. And there's talks of it being the chain link. You know, when everyone starts saying it's chain link, then the money starts to get crazy, right? Look at the 1 hour. If anything's going to pump, it could be this. A slight pullback would get people just being like, oh, okay, I need in on this. I'm FOMOing for this. I'm pretty into the game, highly speculative. I'm sure you are too. We can't beat me, and you aren't the only 2 people feeling that feeling. And so as long as it stays above $1 and it's sitting nicely at 110 there, 111, I see it coming up, consolidating, and then it's on its way to 189. That would be the next target out of the measured move for DIA. that market cap is pretty awesome. Let's take a look at DIA's market cap just to give you guys an insight into it. And I don't own any or care. Yeah, I don't, you know, I just love speculating on my own. So 115, $127 million. That's tiny. This thing could easily get to a 10x, maybe 20x. I could see a $20 DIA. It could happen. It could really happen. It's also on Coinbase, not that hard to get to. All right. One hour toying with that 200, about to close the candle below the 200 MA. That is going to be bearish. 66,960 for Bitcoin. More liquidity to the downside. We're showing 66,300, and we haven't really, you know, I haven't flipped out of my bearish scenarios here since we started the stream. I've been bearish since this morning, since I put the update to the trading group. I have not shifted off that idea, and so you've been spot on. Let's take a look at the super chats here. We have FALX, BIGTIME, PEPE, and AERO. Let's jump on in. Let's take a look at FALX. And there's still a lot of opportunity. If you believe you're the opportunity, then you are. The market isn't the opportunity, you are. Remember that. Today could be the day to grab a coin no one's paying attention to. Like right now, today could be one of the best DCAs of a long-term position that I'm into. Okay? But if I think that the market stinks and there's no opportunity, then I can't get anything. All right? So FALX, I liked FALX here. It was getting tight, but look, it lost the key trend line. You know, that's why you put an alert here. See, we put an alert. Once it hit the alert, it was outside. When the alert hit, I was like, oh, it had fallen out of the pattern. Now, if this alert hit and it was up here and this never happened, I'd be willing to trade it. Now I have to assess the situation and see, well, what's going on, right? That's why my system works so well, because you won't jump the gun until it, you know, you won't jump the trade until it shows you that there's a likelihood of that happening, right? So you're always playing probabilities. Now you can see there's a clear resistance at like this 5,648 region. So you're going to want to flip that. Almost a bit of a double bottom here for FALX. That could be your, I mean, you say, hey, that's your bottom possibly, but it's a pretty new coin. See, Falcon X, that's funny. Yeah, we did Falcon, right? I just love the Falcon. Beautiful bird, beautiful idea. The word Falcon came to me, right? And I thought, you know, Falcon. I'll do FALCON. How many people had no idea what I was talking about and could not find the letters at all? Put a 444 if you just missed out on the letters. You had no idea what I was saying. Put a 555 if you were actively looking for the letters, but it was distracting because you were really paying attention to the charts. And put a 666 if you just thought it was awesome and you were able to kind of follow along. I want to know. So either, you know... Got my son Patrick Power channel 300 subs. Lifers on #1. We love you. Shout out to Patrick Power, baby. Breaking resistance and eating bears stop loss. Amen. So yeah, Falcon X looks like it could start to do a bit of a shoulder, kind of head and right shoulder. You want to see it get back above this though, hit resistance and start to consolidate. We'll come back to this in a while. What I'll do is I'll put another alert on it, but this is what we want to see. If it's bullish, we want to see it happen as such. So when I come back, when the alert hits and I come back to it, I want to see that it's done. And so I know this is boring and it's not perfect and I'm not like, but I can see price action in the bigger picture sense. And, you know, you want to see this, you know, a bit of an Adam and Eve. It could play out as. If you really like the project, it is the best place to buy. I personally don't. So, and I want to say that I don't not like or not like it. I don't know enough about it. It's not my, like, I'm not all about it. So it's not something I'm all about right now. And because of that, it's, you know, hit or miss. Bitcoin now closing below, right? But man, look at DIA. That thing looks hot to me on the 4-hour time frame. Previous support becoming resistance in the flag. If it bounces right there, could be a great place to DCA into DIA. At least take a nibble before it get, you know, but you do whatever makes you happy. That's amazing. I like that. I like what I'm seeing there. And let's get back to that 1 minute. So now it's definitely in a descending triangle. These things break down 68% of the time. And we're still inside the long, the short's in the money. Remember, we entered it here. Still inside the money. And that's the second short I put out today in the trading group. You can even start to shave the stop loss a little bit here. And it's very likely we're coming down to 66,300. In my humble opinion, it almost looks spelled out like 90% accurate because it's just, that's what happens. But again, you never know. I could be wrong. We could flip bullish You never know. You absolutely never know. Can you check Jow on MEXC? Yeah, I was the third to enter it soon. I'll get there soon. Amen. Yeah. How'd you get the short so early from the apex of the triangle? Zeta, bots are buying. Okay, one more time and you're going to be a bot too. All right. Sir, please have a look at Volt. You're also a bot too. I took the short. If I win, I'm paying to join the trading group. Hey, God bless you, man. I hope you win, my friend. I hope you win. Let's see if by the end of the stream you will win. It's very likely you will win. Let's see what can happen. I like this short. I mean, it looks... They're kind of calling my name to trade on a Monday, and I really don't want to. But they're making me feel like it's possibly worth trading. Let me open up my trading box over here. My trading toolbox. Share me the trade over here. Someone called me a tool on Twitter. I thought that was a great I mean, I said, you know what? As long as I'm a tool to help people learn, so be it. Right? He's like, if you don't have anyone hating on you on the internet, then you're just not working hard. I was reading a tweet, you know. Yeah, 66,300 is the target for me. Very likely we get there. And wow, the stop can be pretty high and still, we can still, you know. So take profit 66,320. Stop is at 67,152. And we're short, right? What are you doing over here? Take profit has to be the bottom one, 66,320. Yep, stop is above us. Sorry, 67. Like, what am I doing over here? 61. 130 for 410. I'd be 1 for 335 there. I'm just looking at it. I'm gandering. But it looks very likely. These break down 60, like 90% of the time. It's like so likely I'm gonna get paid here. But you never know. It also kind of looks like an Adam and Eve double bottom, right? It's got a bit of a double bottom here at 66,896. Huh. Silly Dragon on Soul. Similar pattern as Bonk did last year. Soul founder wore the dragon suit and blasted early this year. Please check it out. That's so funny, Silly Dragon, because the guy wore a dragon suit. I'm not a bot saying Vault was a frame launch token paired on hyperdeflationary Titan X, my first 20X. Thank you, MAD. I don't know. I see a falling wedge instead. I mean, look, even look a shoulder. I look a possible slanted shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Interesting. A slanted inverted head and shoulder. You see that? But we did it before and we just really couldn't get the move back above. 67,000 is fighting strong though. I like to see that. Bit of an Adam and Eve there. Double bottom of 66,009. That's why I didn't open up the short. It's a little, I'm getting too many mixed signals. Looks likely, but if I don't open up the short, because it's like, I understand the trading day is hectic. How do I contact you for this? Just email cryptolifers@gmail. Success storylines. Yeah. Someone said, I thought it was in the short. I did not open up a short trade. You would see the trade actually open if I do. I would hit the word open short. I have not opened up a short yet. No. It's sketchy. It's Monday. I don't trust it. Sam, have you checked the DXY? It has somewhat of a pump last week as well. Yes, we go over it every single macro analysis video. Please watch it every single Friday, and then you wouldn't ask that question, Marcus. And I know you watch me all the time. Makes me nervous, man. People that love me still don't watch all my content, but I know you're a huge supporter. So, but please check out my macro weekly technical analysis video where I go over the DXY every single Friday. Every single Friday. 67,000 seems to be holding pretty nicely here for Bitcoin. I want to see us get back above 67.2, the weekly support and resistance. Please take time to smash that like button. Amen. You rock, man. Shout out to Shroom. No, you rock. Thank you. God bless you. It's Big Red still chilling around. You're funny. I'm not special, but if I had money, I would go bullish, and you're thinking to go bearish. LOL. I'm not special, but I had money. You're thinking. I'm not thinking anything. I didn't do anything. Yeah. I love how he's laughing at me and then watch it do. We don't know what's going to happen. I've been doing this for 17 years, man. You think I might actually have somewhat of something you might want to learn instead of laughing at me. But whoever, that's supposed to be how you treat yourself, how you treat others, how you treat yourself. So if you're laughing at me, you must laugh at yourself. See, I'm only around beautiful people that I believe that believe in themselves, because I think I'm a beautiful person that believes in themselves. So because the way I believe, see, your beliefs shape your world. If you believe people are nasty and not too good and untrustworthy, then you're not going to have many trustworthy friends, right? Because you believe people aren't trustworthy. So how could you have that many people in your life that are trustworthy? But if you believe there's beautiful people out there that are trustworthy and positive, then there's a good odds you're going to have, some of those people in your life. So your beliefs will shape your life, because what you believe shapes who you attract into your life and what happens. And who you attract creates your network and what's happening. All right. 67 is also the low of the volume per prior range, pull from Tuesday. Yeah, meeting good trustworthy people in person is what shifted my belief towards that. Amen. Hating on you on the internet is ultra bull. You're funny, right? Yeah. Sam is the best thing since sliced bread, man. God bless you, bro. He's the best thing since sliced bread over here. And look, you're overbought on the stochastics. We just keep kind of milling around here. And that liquidity is screaming 66,300. But you never know. Yeah, Big Red at 66.3, exactly. Whatever, man. He thinks I have no idea what I'm... And again, maybe we don't go down. You know what it is, too? Some people are in a long that they shouldn't have been in. And when they see me talking short, they get pissed. They're like, man, it ain't going to go down. It's going up. Right? And you're like, okay, whatever makes you happy, whatever you think is happening, you take it that way. Right? I believe we're awesome. I believe everyone here is a beautiful person willing to push themselves to the limit. And they come to my live stream because they want to learn. And that's the most important part of the stream. And if you're here to learn, spread light, love, and positivity throughout the world, and you really want to find out how these markets work on a daily basis and understand what makes them tick, then I would come here to this stream every single day, because that's the type of people and that's the environment you're going to be around. That's what we shaped here, all right? And we created. That's the belief system which formed my reality, which I put out to you on this live stream every day. It's quantum, baby. Get your Crypto Lifer mug today. I'm telling you, we got a merch link below. Get your Crypto Lifer mug today. Stop playing yourself. Let the world know that you're a Crypto Lifer. I'm down on my lawn, but I'm up on my short. Yeah, we call them emotional traders. Candles don't care. They will dance and paint the chart. Amen. I'll take a cup black with a touch of honey. Thank you. Awesome. We go down 100%. Could it be more right? Mine looking at Pepe broski. 66K is programmed. Some people say that it is. That would be the short right there. I'm going to nab this short in front of everyone just to show you my conviction. And I'm only risking 70 bucks. All right. 70 bucks for 360. It's it's almost a 5-to-1 because I caught it up there a little bit. You see? So it's more like this. It is a 5-to-1. It's like 70 for 360. It ain't a bad, the odds are great. I'll lose 70 bucks. I'll be able to live. My day will go well. But if I make 360, it'd be great on the short. Just another way to add. And anything is possible. We'll see what happens. The second 67 holds, we're likely to win the trade. So now I'm long in the trade. I put my money where my mouth is. All right. 1,700 bucks in at, a $35,000 trade, 20x leverage. And we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. I easily could lose 70 bucks in 2 seconds. Pling, and I'll be done. Very high risk. Don't do what I do. All right. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I can handle the risk, and I've already thought out the risk before I took it. Super chats, big time, Pepe and AERO, right? That's true, right? Yeah, it is. Let's take a look at big time. And I like to wear, I got the red stuff. I like to wear the red stuff on red days. It's just a funny thing I do. When you see the red tie, it's a red day. right? And some people are like, oh no, he's got a red tie on. They freak out. Sometimes I forget and I just wear red, like a nice red tie. So we looked at big time. Looked like it was going to break out to the upside. It did. I made some nice gains. If you were just swing trading, you're in the money. Now, if you went for the target, we didn't get there yet, of course. This is kind of like, you know, Bitcoin euphoria. But I mean, 33% is pretty nice in a day, right? And then it's still up 9% right now, still holding from the entry. And we're looking at Bitcoin does the bullish retest, so does big time. And now you just want to stay above the 200 MA here. And you want the 21 to come and the 200 MA to hold for big time. And that could be one of your last pullbacks before a bigger pump. And so I'm overall bullish on big time. If it loses the 200 MA, it comes back inside the channel. Not the best. We want to make sure it stays above that key level. Let's look at our Pepe, baby. Pepe over here. Hey, get some pep in your step over here with Pepe. Don Pepe's, right? That's a place in Boston that we eat pizza. Really good pizza, too. Pepe's Pizza over here. You know, Pepe is consolidating really, really nicely above the 200 MA on the daily. It tells me that a big move is coming. This has not changed from when I put it out to the trading group. It's in this bigger flag, it's in this falling wedge, and it's in this tighter flag. All is well for Pepe. I don't know why that stopped. This happens sometimes when yeah, there you go. Sometimes I don't know why, like whenever they do some type of revision, my long tool will be just extra, like extended way higher than it should be. So here you go, though. That's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. I like this trade. The stop would be below the 621 level, 620, and we'd be going all the way up to this, you know, $2,598 level here. That's a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio for Pepe. I put this out to the trading group. It's here. It's there. I mean, this is, people don't realize how simple my trades are, because it's like, is that really? Yeah, that's it. That's the entry. That's the stop. That's the take profit. 162% gains. It probably take a couple weeks. You know, most people might not have the patience to make these gains, but they to me look like they're likely coming. Pepe looks hot compared to the rest of the market. It's consolidating very nicely despite what Bitcoin's doing. So I really I like what I'm seeing here for Pepe. Looking bullish on the, you know. Next, let's take a look at AERO drone. AERO USD here on Coinbase. One of my favorite coins. Got into AERO at about 30 cents. You gotta love your arrows, baby. And AERO coming back down. All right. Trade struggling here, going side. Actually, look, they may put in that inverted head and shoulder. You never know. We're down $15, $13. Oh my goodness. The tighter, the more rounded we get, the more we could pump up to the 200. It would be awesome if we bounce off 67 here today for my long-term bags. That's more, you know, I care way more about that than the leverage trade. But so AERO had some bearish divergence. It seems to me like it's pulling back, and it's playing that same game as Bitcoin. You just want to see, okay, come down, bounce off the 200. Make a bit of a flag here, and then just, you know, continue on your way. But do not lose that 200 in the daily time frame. That's all. And it makes sense. Beautiful Adam and Eve double bottom broke out. Look for the retest, and then it can continue on its way. Same with BTC, really, and AERO will follow that. So, yeah, I like what I'm seeing. And AERO might be one last chance to get it at 110, 114, 112 area. What do you think about POPCAT? I think POPCAT's hot. I think it's only a matter of time till it does numbers. Yeah, I mean, it's an obvious play in this market right now. And look at it consolidate. I mean, a bit of a head and shoulder there, but the daily's getting tight. I'm getting some mixed signals on it. That's why I have an alert on it. Wow, it's weird. Sometimes your headphones can like really hurt your head just from touching. The head is sensitive. Just like placing something on it for too long can make it feel uncomfortable. It's weird, right? So POPCAT, I mean, I see this coming up to about 79% gains for POPCAT. And getting very, very close and very, very tight. All right. Love you, Sammy. Can you do Hive Mapper? Yeah. Shout out to our channel sponsors, Houdini Swap and the Crypto.tax. Houdini Swap's awesome. On their way to $800 million in swap volume. And you can swap between multiple chains. And so like you can't do this anywhere else. ETH to Sol, Sol to Sui, SEI, you name it. and they continue to grow. I really like Houdini swap because it's like convenient when you're just there and you want to go to Hippo, Honky, Pepe. You want access to the smallest coins in the game, and Houdini will help you get there pretty fast, right? Shout out to Houdini swap. And Decrypted.tax, the best place to do your taxes after you've made all these awesome gains. What do you do now? You call my man Ernest over at Decrypted.tax, schedule for a free consultation, hit the QR code or hit the link. Let's get a QR code for that. I don't see why we can't. I'll talk about that today. 67.2. Wow, Bitcoin getting the move to the upside, plowing. And I just got kicked out of the short immediately. Look at that. Bang. Like, stopped me out in seconds. And I was wrong there. The probability, look, we were overbought inside of a descending triangle. 32% of the chance that's going to break out the way it is. Beautiful move back to the upside. So now this tells me, hey, are we going to flip the market long? And 67.2 is a key support and resistance on the weekly. Again, I don't trade Mondays. I don't know why I even took the trade. That's why I tell you to be careful. Sorry, Sam, I was long. Don't worry, man. It's okay, Pickle Rick. I'm happy you won, man. Someone's got to win. Look, this shoulder had right shoulder. Bit of a cup and handle there. It is an Adam and Eve double bottom in a way, right? It did play out. But how awesome was it? Let's really watch that daily. What's good about it is, the 1 hour. What's good about it is the 1 hour just broke above the 200 MA here and stayed above it now, right? So look at that. The 1 hour candle just closed above. Or no, it's got 1 minute to close. So look, it went below and then they flipped it back above. So the 1 hour 200 MA playing heavy games here on the channel. But now there's a chance we get the bounce. The daily stays low. We stay above 67.2. Interesting. Crazy move right there to the upside for Bitcoin, right? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Oh, it's awesome to lose. That's how you know you're trading, right? If you don't lose, you're not a trader. So it's kind of like you should see somebody lose here and there if they're trading on a general basis, right? Big bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. Hey, can you please explain how to read bookmap data? Just really, if there's a lot of red and below you, then it goes down. It's really simple, man. It's all down there. We're going down. If it's all up here, we're going up. That's it. I don't see how hard that is. It's really simple. It's as simple as I make it look. Like, if it's raining out, you're wet. If it's not raining out, it's not raining out. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other way to really place that. Pissed I lost a trade. Of course, I don't want to lose my trades, but it also doesn't look sustainable. Today looks kind of sketchy, man. It's Monday. Just false move Monday. Just be careful. This is cool now. Make a flag. Bring the 21 up. And then if you can break above the 200 MA, then I'm like, okay. It did get back above 67.2, which I'm happy about. Close a daily candle above there. Have this 1 hour, 1 minute break above the 200 MA, and we have ourselves a possible reversal. This could be the daily bottom right here at 66.8. Likely that it is. Monday morning around this time usually tends to be the daily bottom. Around 11:30, 12, and then they bounce us back to the upside. All right. Can't win them all. Have had to close out sometimes. Amen. The fact that we didn't take that triple bottom at 66 from that 17th really grinds my gears. You're funny, man. Every Monday is false move Monday, or are there exceptions? Sam, you said yourself we would dump until 1 p.m. Just an hour off. Hey, you never know. Shout out to Don Weldon. God bless you, man. Fake pump just made real money. Amen. You're funny. I'd wait for this 1 minute now. It will come back to the 21. And it'll attempt to make its way back above the 200 MA here. See if you can hold local support at 67.90 now. Thoughts on Injective? I'm seeing 25 plus soon. Hope the family as well. I love Injective. Injective is hot. And I'm invested in it. Close my short, 67K in the green. Amen. Good for you, my friend. I lost my trade, man, but I lost $70. I think I'll be all right. Peter, I used to have a new segment of things that grinded his gears. What grinds my gears? This is what grinds my gears. Let me tell you what grinds my gears over here. We were 100 for the mass liquidation. You're funny. It's crazy, right? Super Chats, GPT and Hive Mapper. Let's take a look at CGPT. Chain GPT here on KuCoin or MEXC. All right. I just had that smooth moving average there. So I actually got into this coin very early, if you remember, when it first came out, like right here. Then it came down, then we ripped, and I bought a little more here, and we ripped. We came back down again. I didn't touch it. I actually just staked it, let it sit there. Don't even remember really where it is, to be honest. It's so crazy. And so we'll see what happens to Chain GPT. I'll find it at one point, though. Don't worry. It's like detective work to figure out all the things I'm like, okay, I put some Chain GPT over there. So look, we got this nice cup and handle falling wedge. Can we break back to the upside? Can we crack the 200 MA? Can we get above 17.9? Looks like we can. I like this as the higher low in the set, just like we saw for APE. So it looks like that is going to be your bottom for Chain GPT. Might be the last chance to buy it at this price before it rips back above that 17 cents. And then it's gone, gone, gone. I definitely like this. What's for lunch? I have no idea. I haven't even thought about it yet. I don't usually eat lunch. I eat breakfast first. I haven't eaten nothing yet. I've been fasting since this morning. And we're going to start my first meal later on. All right. Can we look at Zero? Great decks, but been plummeting. Let's take a look at Zero for you. Shout out to Crip Pot King over here. Let's take a look at, and that's ZRO, right? Layer 0. Layer 0, you know, plummeting, yes, but in the long, it came up pretty early. Pump came down, pump came down, pump came down, and just holding that higher low. I have an alert on it. I want to see it bounce. If it bounces, then it's going to be a beautiful swing trade for me. And it gets tight, then why not swing trade it? That's all. If it loses this, it loses level, we find some other key area and I leave it alone. But if it bounces and gets tight, then I swing trade it. See, I have a setup for it. If it plays out the way I want it, I'll take it. If not, I'll leave it to the wayside. Shout out to Canelo. God bless you. Thank you for being here. All right. Sam, can you explain many red on the downside of BOOKMAP, but it pump? Honestly, it's just a little pump. It's not that big of a pump, right? It could easily get rejected by a key area. It's where it's going to end up at the end of the day. And BOOKMAP is not 100%. You think everything's 100%. That's what you think. You think just because I said it was going to go there, it didn't. I say every single day, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Everything we do is a probability. BOOKMAP is not 100%. If BOOKMAP's not 100%, then just because it's red there doesn't mean it's going there. It means there's likelihood of it going there. I'm confused. I'll be honest, I'm as confused as you that we didn't dump right there. That was just really weird. Like everything was setting up, it looked perfect, and it didn't dump. You know? It was an anomaly. Normally, that would have dumped, and I would have said, oh, I got it again, bang, bang, bang. Right? But so be it. I showed you 2 shorts in a row, and then that was like the third one didn't play out. It is what it is, right? And then I got coaxed into it because you know what? That's a pattern that I play a lot. And because it was 70 for 350, I figured why not? If it was going to be even 100 or 200, I wouldn't have taken the trade. So I took the trade because I was like, you know what? You know, I'm not risking a lot. And because I don't have to risk a lot, I'll take the trade. All right. What do you think about Mara? I hold Mara, but it doesn't seem to be doing amazing things. You know? And I kind of can't wait to just finally, you know, jump out. I did get in at 8 and 19, though, so I'm up pretty nicely. I've doubled my money since and more. So I can't complain, but I believe once Bitcoin goes to 100K and it goes up, their holdings in Bitcoin are just going to do well. And it's going to go somewhere to 38, 40 cents. At that point, I'm going to be getting out. I don't know how many of you have the guts to ride it up to 60. It's been a long haul. We were here, there. We got in down here. So we ran it up, came down. We ran it up, came down. The consolidation is awesome. The fact that it's holding above the $14 level is great. And once it cracks that daily 200 MA, it's probably going to go on another tear to the upside. Bit of like a shoulder, a head, right shoulder, and it's following Bitcoin somewhat. Zero lend, not layer 0. Let's take a look at Zero lend. Thank you. Oh, that looks absolutely horrible. That looks like a rug pull to me. You know, I don't know what happened there in that wick. It came down. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there. That thing looks very suspect. I mean, at the end of the day, when things bottom, they Adam and Eve. There's your Adam and Eve double bottom. It says that's your bottom. Like, it's not going to go much lower. And you're going to rip back at least to resistance. But I don't like to do that. I don't like to trade things that are... But that's an Adam and Eve double bottom. The odds are high that that's going to break out. Just like this time when it was like this. Look, it did it here and then it did it. So As unrealistic as it seems, it says it can do it. I wouldn't touch the coin, but you never know. Watch it do 100x and be like, Sam, why wouldn't you touch it? You know, it's like zero lend, more like zero. Yeah, it looks pretty sketchy to me, but you never know. Good morning, Sammy. Thank you for blessing this morning. Please look at the meme coin Oni Gachi. I got to jump on out of here, everybody. It's 12:07. Thank you so much for the super chat. Super chat's pouring in. People are getting awesome lately, and there's more Google people getting it in. All right. God bless you, Canelo. Just want to say you're awesome. Much love, Warwick's finest. We love you, man. Thank you. What's for lunch? Canelo, Lalo Crypto, Canelo, Artemio. We did look at PopCat. Hive Mapper. We got to look at Hive Mapper. You know, you think Hive Mapper won't do, in my opinion, won't do that well in the charts. And you say, why? Well, because people buy that thing, get it shipped to their car, and then use it. So it has such a use case. Most people that are into this are actually buying that, putting it in their car, and using it. Not many traders are paying attention to this. You'd think it would do well, but I mean, look at that thing. It's down in the dumps. There's so many other better narratives and coins out there that people even know about. This is cool, but it's not cool enough for me. And, you know, making lower lows seems to get sold off. The second people get the coin, too, they just sell it. So I just, you know, it probably, even if it did what it did, the coin would just continue to go down, right? It has double bottomed here. It could be your last chance to get it, but I don't know. I'm all set. Look for it to get above the 12-hour 200 MA first for some signs of life and break back above 6 6/10 of a cent. If it does that, fine. Maybe it booms up here to 7, and then we can go from there. But one step at a time. Bit of a double bottom there for Hive Mapper. What do you think about Politify narrative? I think a lot of those meme coins will do well over time. You know? Yeah. No liquidity is forming towards 65.8. Yeah, 67.270 seems to be kind of sitting still here. Nice flag on that 1 minute, though. Continuing to form. The old me would take this flag so many times. I would trade this flag a lot. But now I wait for us to break the 200 MA before I take these flags. But that flag looks like it's good. That's a nice flag. That looks beautiful. 21 low stochastics. About to break through the point of control. Boom. I think it's kind of got the Adam and Eve right there. Adam and Eve double bottom. See, the Adam and Eve double bottom for Bitcoin says pretty good bottom. And we'll see, but that looks pretty interesting to me. Bit of a cup and handle in a way. Thank you, Sam and Wifer, for all you do, my man. Much love. Sam idea, you think of yourself, Sam. I mean, look at that thing starting to break out. I'll keep the trading preview to what I'm doing. If I open up a long or short, I'll let you know. And yeah, Deep is breaking out again. I wouldn't be surprised if Deep continues to pump. Yeah, I really wouldn't. It's the hottest thing right now around. Let's take a look here. It fell out of that flag, but it's hot. At the same time, though, it had that bearish div. It may make a higher low. Look out for it. You know, see if it can't get back above that key level, it's going to make a right shoulder, and then it may have to reset a little bit. It went on such a tear. Can you look at DOP, Data Ownership Protocol? Thanks. Hidden crypto banner falls them on X. Interesting. DOP. All right. Data Ownership Protocol on MEXC. And it even has MEXC perpetuals as well. And is this it? The price is 002. I always like to double check, make sure I'm not giving you the wrong ticker. You can double check the price, 002. All set. All right. Bigger time frame to move moving averages for a second. So wow, it came out and got absolutely sold off like I mean, who knows, right? And it started in July, got sold off all the way. I don't know, man. This thing looks pretty garbage to me. It's got that Adam and Eve double bottom vibe. I get it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if at least the 10-hour breaks out of this to the 200 MA. I mean, you got tight moving averages with the I've seen that many times. DOP pumps. Could be the beginning of something big for it. 60% chance. I'm not into it. 60% gains. I'm not into it, but it looks like it could pump. Look for it to cross the 4-hour 200 MA. That could also give it a nice catalyst to the upside there. Next target takes it to about 003658. Since it's backed by Ubisoft company. Interesting. Maker is bottomed. You might not understand this, Sam, but when you speak the pattern I am seeing, it makes me happy because it means I really learned a lot in your trading group. Totally worth the 99. All right. Yeah, no, God bless you, man. I know what you're saying. You put it together, and then what I see, you see, and you're like, wow, man, it really worked for me. All that movement to the upside Bitcoin and still is yet to break the 200 MA on the 1 minute. Well, it's just flagging out now. It's consolidating in this flag here. Interesting. It seems to be calling my name now, but wow. Any chance you could look at Little Blub on sub? I will, because I like you and you're a good guy. All right. Actually, it probably won't work here because there it goes. See what happens there? It comes back now. Isn't Blub on Sui? Yeah, we did Hive Mapper already. Thank you. On newer coins that don't have a 200 or even 100 MA, what do you look at? You go really small to the smaller time frames. You don't use EMAs, you use SMAs. That's why you'll be able to do better, because you don't need that much time frame for those. Yeah. Aha. You see. Little Bob on Sui. Oh, Bob on Solana. Little Bob. There he is. Yeah. Little Bob. I mean, it had that huge run up and now it came all the way back down. And these do respect fibs pretty well. I mean, that's your 786 Fibonacci retracement. What's crazy is I see this. This is nuts. This will blow your mind. Well, see, that's like the Adam and Eve, but it's slanted. You can't see it. It's like a hidden Adam and Eve. I'm starting to do things that I never thought possible. This, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's stay on this and see what happens. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what happens to this thing. But it says it's going to bounce off that, you know, the TA says it'll bounce off that 786 scientifically, regardless of what coin it is. That's what the technical analysis says. All right. Desire, dedication, discipline, determination equals the lifers. Go all the way, baby. Amen. It's breaking out the flag. Yep. It's Monday. Be careful. False move Monday, and there's a lot of liquidity to the downside. I still expect us to break down. All right. Unless we can get back above those key levels. All right, everybody, I would be careful on a Monday. I'm going to post very hard later on today at 6 p.m. Also give you some token metrics information and some of the hotter coins that are coming throughout the day. I'll be up since 7 in the morning posting. Rest my eyes for a second, but I'll be back in the group around 1, 2 o'clock and keep you guys pumping even earlier if I see something that's pressing or I have, you know, if I see the market making a bigger move. This flag still looks like it's good to go, ready to pump to the upside. Everything looks nice to me for Bitcoin to make a move there. It's actually a really nice looking flag. But only time will tell. But that flag looks absolutely beautiful for a move. Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you all tomorrow for Bitcoin in our next beautiful update. Thank you for everyone that made it here to 2,000 people here in the stream at one point. Thank you so much for all the love, light, and happiness that you brought. And I hope you learned something. Found out about a new coin, learned about a setup, and maybe even traded BTC. Who knows? And you watch me lose a trade. So God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream around the same time. Bitcoin's starting to dump out the flag now. A lot looking amazing. And just be careful. False move Monday. I stay out of the markets. I don't risk a lot. If I did get in, look, I risked a very small amount. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset, and that is your time. Don't forget to get yourself a mug. Shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital, Decrypted.tax, and Houdini Swap. And may you all stay blessed and have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you in the trading group. Amen.